committed to you. Fox Carolina, the 6 o'clock news starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shale Remien. Thanks so much for joining us here at 6 o'clock. We first want to get a first check of weather with meteorologist Bob Traghe, who's keeping an eye on all across our nation. Thankfully, back here locally, we've had a pleasant day so far, Bob.
Yeah, compared to the Northeast, Shale, where that bomb cyclone is doing its thing. Yeah, we lucked out. Boy, did they get buried up there in the Northeast. Amazing. But we're getting that wraparound cold air from that system. And we got a little bit of snow from part one of this area of low pressure. Basically a fraction of what they saw in the Northeast. But we had a good dusting of snow in the mountains. Mars Hill, 8 inches of snow with Burnsville at a little bit over 5, about 5.3 for you. Waynesville, 5 inches. Candler, 3.5, with Weaverville at 3 and Asheville at 2. So good snow in the mountains. And it was cold today, 39 in Greenville. But really much of the day, we were in the mid-30s. I think GSP only hit 35. 39 in Clemson, it felt much colder with that wind. It was really a biting wind, really cold. 41 Toccoa, only 27 in Asheville. The sun is down now. We've got high pressure building in, and on northwest flow, that means those temperatures are going to bottom out as we go through tonight under those clear skies already. 32 in Spartanburg and Gaffney, 25 in Hendersonville, Asheville 24, Greenville 35, Anderson 37, and 34 in Greenwood. And here are the winds coming in out of the northwest now. Not as gusty as they were earlier, but still about 6 to 12 miles per hour. So it feels like 14 in Asheville, feels like 29 in Greenville and Anderson, and it's only going to dip as we go through the overnight, as the winds will slowly calm down, relax a little bit through the overnight hours. But then as we go into Sunday, they're going to swing around to the south and west and get gusty. So we're going to warm it up, but it's going to be a chilly wind as we go through tomorrow. As you can see, the winds will be gusting maybe close to 20, 25 miles per hour into the afternoon. And those feels like temperatures tonight, they'll be down there into the teens and 20s by midnight, feeling like 17 in Asheville, 19 in Greenville, and by morning feeling like teens out there. So bundle up if you're headed out to church or just going out to breakfast. It does improve a little bit into the afternoon as we've got high pressure building in over the top of us, and the much talked about bomb cyclone really lived up to its name, really overachieving as a matter of fact. Had about 1 to 2 feet of snow on Long Island, where I grew up on the South Shore, about 20 inches. We had winds of 100 miles per hour in Cape Cod, probably some places near 3 feet of snow before it's all said and done around Providence into Boston. So really a blockbuster storm here. We're lucky we only got a little piece of that. But as we go through this evening, we're looking at the mainly clear skies. And as we go into your Sunday, you can see we've got the sunshine, and it will be warming up dramatically into the 40s, and then clouds start to increase a little more heading on into your Monday, but we'll still see the sunshine. Those temperatures will bump up. Here's a Euro model. We've got high pressure over the top of us on Tuesday. Starts to slide away, and we're going to start to warm things up. Here comes the next system, maybe some showers into the mountains Wednesday evening, and some of those showers spilling into the upstate. So a good chance of rain into Friday, maybe some frozen precipitation on into the mountains as we go into your Friday. But tonight it's going to be very cold, a low around 20 degrees, and with those winds feeling like teens. So make sure you layer up and bundle up. And for the mountains, 14 for your low. It's going to be downright frigid, but a big warm up tomorrow with the southwest wind. 25 at 8 for the upstate, mostly sunny by noon, 43 around 49 by 4. And for the mountains, yeah, a really cold start. 18 at 8 by noon, 38 by 4, 44. So at least it's warming up, and it's going to continue to warm up into next week. Coming up on the Fox Carolina News at 10, I'll have your 7-day forecast. Shale?
Well, Bob, after 20-degree low at night, we are ready for that warm up, I would say. New details for you. Deputies in Anderson County are looking for these 2 runaway teens. That's Ariana Crawford, on the left side of your screen. She was last seen on Nunnally Road on January 9th. Deputies say she's with another teen, though, they believe is Matthew Sohula, who was last seen on the right. Now, if you see them or know where they may be, please call Anderson County Sheriff's Office. Also coming in from Anderson, police are looking for this runaway boy, Cameron Martin. He was last seen on January 18th, and officers tell us he was last seen at a home along West Wadehampton Street. Police believe he may be with his teenage brother, who also ran away. This boy, Devin Martin. He was also last seen on January 18th. If you see either of these boys, please reach out to Anderson Police. Well, we are following up tonight, one day after the Greenville County School Board votes to send a letter to the governor about COVID guidelines. DHEC is responding. We told you about this last night. The district wants students exposed to COVID-19 who don't have symptoms to be able to return to class as long as they wear a mask. Now, if they test negative after 5 days, they can take that mask off. Now, this comes amid a surge in absent students. Tonight, DHEC responding, saying in part, quote, DHEC recognizes the effectiveness of in-person learning and how important being in school is for an academic, social, and mental development of our youth. We also want to ensure that all students, teachers, and faculty have a safe and healthy school community. This is why DHEC continually evaluates its guidelines for schools and the public and makes evidence-based updates that follow the latest science. If schools follow the current guidance, very few students should have to miss school due to quarantine after exposure to COVID-19. Now, DHEC says that the upstate has used their guidelines earlier this month to allow exposed teachers and students with no symptoms to return to class, only if the school would have to close due to a lack of staffing. Now, we reached out to the district for comment. We will let you know, of course, when we hear back on that. Well, faster internet is coming to parts of Anderson County. Upcountry Fiber announcing an agreement today to bring 2,800 miles of high-speed fiber internet to parts of the county that have little or no access to broadband. The first project will happen in a couple of weeks, followed by the second project in late spring to early summer, and finally the third project to come late summer to early fall.
One of the things I look at as an engineer is what's the cost of doing nothing? If you do nothing, then is there a kid that could have been reached? Who may be the next Einstein, the next Elon Musk? And this kid will now be empowered because of the infrastructure. How do you put a value on that?
Well, tens of thousands of households will be covered under this project. We will have more information about that. And of course, as soon as we get it, we'll push it directly to your mobile devices. If you want updates about what's going on here in the upstate or the mountains, or better yet, our weather forecast, be sure to download that Fox Carolina News app. It's free to download in the App Store or Google Play. And as we heard from Bob Trihey, we're expecting a cold night. Be sure to tune into the 10 o'clock news to find out more about our 7-day forecast. We'll see you then tonight.